Welcome back everyone to Showbiz India, and today with me, it is my pleasure to welcome Sendhil Ramamurthy to Showbiz India and to New York.
Thank you.
We're from LA, but we meet in New York.
Yes, I know, right? We should have had a coffee in Larchmont somewhere.
That's right. So how are you feeling? Today is the opening night of Mayak, and your film is opening.
I know, can you believe it? I feel sick to my stomach. I don't enjoy these things, the premieres, and I don't enjoy watching myself on screen. So it'll be a fairly nerve-wracking evening for me, but I'll get through it.
Really?
I'll have a few cocktails, it'll be okay.
So what, you're your biggest critic when you see yourself on the big screen?
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of, you watch and just think, oh, I should have done that differently, or I should have done that differently, or God, why didn't I do, and so that's kind of what, but actually, because I've seen the film, I saw the film last week, but I saw it in my living room, and so tonight, I'm going to be watching the audience. I'm not going to watch the film.
Right.
I just want to watch the audience and look at their reactions for a little bit and see what it's like.
So I'm curious, what was your reaction? I know you didn't watch the finished version, but whatever you saw, what was your reaction to the film?
I had no idea what to expect. I went in with no expectations. This was a grand experiment for me to go to India and shoot a movie and see what it was like. And I'm so pleased with the result. I really am. I really just, the film itself is, I've never seen anything like that coming out of India, and I think it's kind of, it's groundbreaking, just even cinematography-wise, for Indian cinema. And I really hope that it finds a market. I think it will, because it has something, but while it has a Western sensibility in like the way it was shot, because Raj and DK, the director writers, are based here and were trained here in their filmmaking style. It is about Mumbai, and it is about things that Indians will care about. And Mumbai is the lead in this film. That's the lead character. I mean, it is lovingly shot in areas, and you see the not so nice parts of Mumbai as well. You kind of get a very wide berth of Mumbai, and I think it'll find an audience. I really do. I think it will speak to people because it has a little something for everybody. There's romance, there's drama, there's comedy. I think it works. You don't need to think about this crap.
Now, obviously, you were approached for many other Bollywood roles before that, and you did a kind of a Bollywood film. I'm not sure the genre would be Bollywood, but Gurinder Chadda, of course. What was that experience like?
That was great. I mean, it's a very British film. She modeled it after the Ealing comedies from the 30s in England, and we actually shot it at Ealing Studios in London, which was an amazing experience for me. I've looked up to those films forever and ever, and to be walking and being on the same stages as Alec Guinness and these guys filming the Lavender Hill Mob was an amazing experience for me. And working with Gurinder was terrific, and the chance to work with Shabana Azmi was absolutely phenomenal. And we've actually become friends now, and we still keep in touch with the email, and I saw her in LA last week, and that was a really great experience. And I went to drama school in London. Right. So to be able to go back to London and actually work with these terrific actors that I'd seen on stage while I was in drama school, Zoe Wanamaker, Sally Hawkins, Mark Addy, these terrific theater-trained British actors, and I was getting the chance to work with them, and shot in London for 9 weeks. There really wasn't a downside.
Please tell me you haven't dropped me in it again.
I got speed dates to my left, got speed dates to my right. Don't you worry about me, I speed date you all night.
Will you have dinner with me?
Maybe I should talk to his parents.
Mom, you've got to stop all this wishy-washy fairy tale nonsense. He is so gorgeous.
So you actually did theater in London, and now you're back in London to shoot a film. What was that feeling like?
It was great because, I think shooting in any major city is always a really great experience. Shooting in LA, I've done a lot. I haven't shot on the streets in New York yet. I've shot in studios here, but I've never shot on the streets of New York. My agent needs to get me a film that shoots in New York. But shooting in London was awesome. It was such a treat to shoot on the South Bank in front of the Royal Albert Hall and the Royal Festival Hall, and you know, we shot in the Tate Museum. We had the entire top floor of the Tate Museum to ourselves for a night, and we shot there with views all over St. Paul's Cathedral and the Thames River below us and the London Eye. It was a really it was a special experience.
It's Raj.
Ugly. Blimey, you've grown.
Ruthie? So have you.
What did you imbibe from the likes of a great actor like Shabana Azmi?
Her professionalism. She is there and in her character and just so focused all the time. When she is on the set, she is there and she is her character and she's doing her thing. She doesn't get I think a lot of young actors can get distracted by, you know, going off and chatting and, you know, well, let's run off to craft services, and it can actually be distracting because you have to just when the camera rolls, you have to be ready, and it's so much easier if you just stay that way while you're on set. And so that's one of the big things that I learned from Shabana Ji. It was a really I learned the most from her, and you always learn the most from people who know more than you. And Shabana Ji knows a lot more than I do. And Mark Addy and Zoe Wanamaker, these are seasoned actors. So I kind of just would sit there and watch. That's kind of what I did. I just watched them work.
Why did you do it?
You said my daughter's too fat. You all got what you deserve.
Souls of the murdered can only be reincarnated once the murderer is dead. I'm engaged to an Indian.
Ruby, why didn't you go with Linda to India?
You should help her.
She killed us.
Be quiet. She said she's sorry.
You've worked on all three mediums, theater, film, and television, and obviously your first stint with fame was with television. Tell me about Heroes.
Heroes. I was actually in London, and the script came through, and it was written for a 55-year-old man. And so I read the script, and I called my agent. I said, "What part am I supposed to be going up for here?" And he said, "You know, the 55-year-old." I was like, "Really? I know you haven't seen me in a while, but I don't look, you know, I haven't aged poorly enough to where I look like I'm 55." He's like, no, don't worry about it. Just they're open to other avenues. Just do the tape. So I did the tape and sent it off, and they liked it, and they flew me out to LA to screen test, and I think I had to do 5 screen tests for NBC and then for Universal Studios, and it just kind of kept bringing me back and telling me to dress differently and to not shave and to do all these different things. But the good news was it was never to do with the acting. It was all about the look. They were concerned that I looked too young. And then Tim Kring, the creator of the show, said, okay, well, I'm just gonna make this character the son of the character that I originally envisioned. And this father will have been murdered. And that's what the son is doing, is trying to figure out who murdered his father and avenge his father's death and follow his research, and that's how the part came around. So they rewrote the pilot.
So they actually tailor-made the character for you?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it did, and I'm very, very grateful to Tim for doing that. Everybody needs their break. Everybody needs somebody to take a chance on them in this business, and Tim took a chance on me.
So, rewinding you back, describe the feeling when you first realized that you did have that part for Shor.
Well, basically what happened was they couldn't make up their mind. So it got down to, in the final screen test, me and a 55-year-old guy. And they were either going to go the way it was written, or they were going to have to change the script. And I was in the waiting room, and I was so nervous. I was shaking, like my hands were shaking, and I was sweating through my shirt. I had to go in the bathroom and turn the blow dryer on to like dry off my shirt. It was just horrendous. And the older, more seasoned actor was looking at me, and he goes, "You're pretty nervous, huh?" I was like, "Really? Yeah, I'm pretty nervous." And he goes, "I'll tell you what, whoever gets this part is going to take the other one out to lunch wherever they want." I said, "Deal." you know. And so we went in and we did the final screen test, and I was walking to my car at the Universal Studios parking lot, and we'd exchanged numbers, and my phone rang, and he said, "I want to go to Musso and Frank's." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "I just got the call from my agent saying that they're going with the other guy." So I actually found out from him that I had gotten the part, and they didn't call me until 5 hours later to tell me, because so many people have to sign off. There, you know, there's like 60 executives, you know, between NBC and Universal Studios. There were so many people who had to see the screen test tape. But unless somebody blackballed me, the part was mine. And so it took 5 hours to get everybody together to watch this thing. And then my agents called me and told me officially that I'd got it. And so we went out. I took them out to lunch. We went out to Musso and Frank's and had a steak dinner and some martinis, and it was, you know.
What a sweet, fantastic story.
Yeah, that's the way it went down.
Let's talk about your current TV show.
Now I am doing a show called Covert Affairs, and it's about the CIA, and it's on the USA Network. And we just wrapped, and the season finale aired a few weeks ago, and the show did really well. It was the #1 new show on cable, and we've been renewed for a second season. So I'll start shooting that in March, like early March. So I have a little bit of time off. So I'm reading some movie scripts, and I'm doing press for Covert Affairs still, and for Shor, and I need a vacation badly. So we'll go away somewhere quiet and secluded and relaxed for a little bit.
Yeah, and on a lighter note, we were talking a little bit earlier, you're Mr. Mom. Tell us about your family.
Yeah, my wife is off in Vancouver right now shooting something for Fox, and so I have just been at home being Mr. Mom and getting the kids ready for school, feeding them, bathing them, doing the runs to ballet and all of that stuff. And you know, all the other moms, I'll show up and they're just like, well, they find it weird, but you know, it's kind of fun. I'm getting to know like all these moms and you know, having a chat. So it's been really nice just to like have some one-on-one time, just me and the kids, and to hang out. It's been really fun because I've just been working so much over the past well, kind of 5 years, that it's nice to have one-on-one downtime with them.
I've seen him in his underpants. So you're halfway there.
What is next for you, aside from, of course, your television show?
I'm reading scripts right now, and I would like to do something if it can fit in the time that I have off. So I'm reading scripts right now. Nothing that's really kind of grabbed me as of yet, but I'm hopeful. Somebody better send me something.
More film?
Yeah, it has to be. I can't do any TV because when you're under contract as a series regular, you can't do any other TV. So it would have to be theater or film, and I either or. I'd love to do a play. I haven't done a play in 6 years. So if a play came up, that would be a really great opportunity. It's pretty unlikely because theater runs are long, and it would go into shooting of the TV show, but a nice movie here or there would be great too. So we'll see what comes, and if nothing comes, I'll just relax a little bit. That's okay too.
Well, whatever it is, we wish you great success, and it was wonderful chatting with you.
Thank you very much.